Hello, players. Stream says they can't hear you, Michelle. One moment, everyone. Just being aware that you can't hear what Michelle just said.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem and our game of Fallout. It never fucking changes. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Wonderful. That time it worked out and you could hear me. So yeah, I accidentally drank some nicotine fluids, and then I Googled it, and it was like, if you injected the amount that I've drank into my bloodstream, I would die. So I do feel quite bad, but we're going to play anyway. So to recap last week, our players hit the General Atomics factory in East Boston, or what is known now as the Commonwealth Wasteland. They went there to seek out the God Board to save their town, and in Carl's place, he went there with them because he's just a helpful guy who really likes them, and also has got wind of some bad shit going on. So they came and they found a bunch of synths and a bunch of people who were enslaved by the synths, and they were clearing the place out. Our group of players killed all the synths and freed a bunch of prisoners who turned out to be from Diamond City, where the synths have taken over and essentially, by the sounds of it, turned it into a production factory for creating more synths. But at the end of last session, the players were given assistance by a mystery person in Power Armour that looked like it had survived a lot of fire and explosions. This person came crashing through the ceiling and helped kill one of the leaders of the synths before the other one teleported away, and simply turned around and said to Freddy before leaving, "Now we're even, Freddy," and started to walk down the stairs, and that is where we will rejoin our players. Let me do the old map switcheroo. There it is. So yeah. Players, what would you like to do?
As soon as he said that and starts walking away, Freddy's gonna go, "Who the hell are you, so I can check off your box?"
The person in the Power Armor stops and turns around and just says, through the a very computerized voice changer thing, just says, "What?"
I don't recognize the suit of armor.
Give me
or the mechanical voice.
Give me a perception luck roll. Difficulty of 3, I think, for this one.
I can't do a perception luck. They're the same.
That's a good point. Not perception luck. Blah, that's silly. 1 second. I'm going to keep making that mistake for the rest of the game, and that has to be okay, everyone. That just has to be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could just do a straight luck. Maybe.
Yeah, you know, I'll do a straight luck roll.
Can you? No. Can't do just a straight luck, but I can roll a d8.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, it's 2d.
This is going to be a...
I'm hanging.
Yeah. Perception survival.
I just figured out how to do a luck roll, but okay.
Okay.
Why am I only rolling one die?
That I don't know. Just roll another d20. Alright, 2 out of 3. That's not
2
bad.
successes.
You know that at some point this was
I
Power
don't
Armour?
recall.
Did we just lose Michelle?
No?
Nope, I hear her fine.
I hear. Yeah, it's working okay. I think I
I'm
had a
here.
wobble, but I thought that was my connection. Yep.
Okay, because she disappeared from my video ninja.
I'm still here.
She's still appearing in 3D and stream on stream. So as long as you can hear.
I can't.
Oh,
Give it
that
a
makes it
tell
hard.
Vincent to refresh it.
I will log out and back in, see if that fixes it.
yeah, he is. He can. He's going to refresh.
I can hear Vincent.
There, I got
Tip,
it
if you're doing
fixed. Don't.
Sorry, if you're doing a quick roll, you can set it to be 1d20 or 2d20. Maybe you had it set to 1.
That's where I found I had it wrong.
Okay, I may need to reattach Vincent to this thing. Where is Vincent's thing? There we go. Hello. Right, let's try that. Oh,
Oh, wow.
just gonna add you in. Change media device. There we go, you're back. Okay. Your audio.
At least his eye is.
There we go.
Oh, there he
Alright.
is.
Okay, so with that, the best you're going to get with 2 successes instead of 3 is that you were pretty sure that at some point this Power Armour was Brotherhood of Steel Power Armour, but has clearly since been involved in at least one explosion and is now very much burned, darkened, with little orange rusted parts on the hinges and at the joinings. You do not automatically recognize this person because there's a person in some pretty fucked up power armor. There's not really a lot to identify, except that at some point you are pretty sure that this was Brotherhood of Steel power armor because you can see what remains of a Brotherhood of Steel logo on the breastplate. And so to remind you, you just said something about taking off a box.
So other than you,
and they turned around and said, "What?"
I just wanted to check off the box of who the debt was paid by. So I don't recognize the suit other than it was Brotherhood of Steel armor at one time.
Yeah.
And he just looks at him.
The person looks down for a second and just says, I kind of took someone away from you, but it wasn't really... It's complicated. Let's just... A person in this form...
And who might have you taken away?
I don't know, but she looked like she loved you.
Oh, his gun is charging.
Look, if it helps,
And you think this
I'm
would pay that
literally
debt?
a different person now. I'm just sharing the same vessel. And at that point, he removes his helmet and reveals a very, very heavily charred face that is almost ghoulish. However, there is a number of bits of metal sticking out of the side of his head. An eye has been replaced with a red light, and there is a circuit board poking out of his forehead. And he just says, I am literally not the same person, but I think the debt is paid regardless. Do whatever you want. But there's more important things going on here, and I need to do something.
We need information, so for right now, what can you tell us? What is going on here? I mean, something seems to have... Did the synths do that to you, to your head? That doesn't look normal.
The synths aren't the problem. Hell, the synths are the only reason why we aren't all dead.
Raise an eyebrow and look of confusion. Well, please explain.
I don't think you would ever believe me.
They seem to be...
And even if you did, I don't know if you're intelligent enough to understand.
These two are, and he points to Jade and Augusta. He's smarter than me, points over to Carl. Sure.
You know what? That's a...
Jade is
I'm probably only
downstairs.
smarter than the Brahmin.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, because Jade is downstairs, so I'm just going to assume that you're referring to Augusta. But make a it is going to be you're going to persuade,
yeah,
so this is
sorry.
going to be a charisma speech check of 2, difficulty 2.
I think I might be able to do that. Charisma speech.
Yeah, that's actually...
Feel free to buy an extra die.
You don't need to, and you've just saved yourself. You've just got yourself an action point that you can bank if you still have room. Let me check.
I have 5 on my sheet.
All right, you're back up to 6.
That doesn't mean it's right.
Well, I had 6, so either way, you're up to 6. You've definitely got 6. Okay.
Assume 6.
So the person with the supremely fucked up face just says, "Oh, you're the smart one, the smart vault dweller, right? You know, for a time I got your
I
file.
was not the smartest in the group I was in.
Well, you're smart enough for me to get a
Well,
file on you, and I was told to kill you on sight once. Well, it wasn't
Oh,
really
great.
me. It was kind of me. It's
What happened to you?
complicated. Months ago, I woke up and I was different. I was already changed. There was an explosion. I fell. I wandered around and tried to find my way home. I went up north to go be with my brothers and sisters. And when I got there, they had been changed. And now I've been changed. But I left before they could finish the job. They destroyed it. The Brotherhood was beautiful. We were supposed to collect technology. We were supposed to save it for the betterment of humans. But the elders, they went too far. They wanted to become the technology. They wanted to integrate it into themselves and become something else, something monstrous. That's what happened to me. And now...
Okay, sounds like the Brotherhood of Steel have been up to some nonsense.
Nonsense.
I've heard stories about how some people did that before the war, but I never really thought it was true. But maybe it was.
This wasn't the idea of the elders originally. There's...
And what's it for? Is it for better thinking, for better physicality, or there must be some benefits?
The elders thought it would make us better and be the next evolution of the humans. The truth is, it was never their idea, and the whole plot was to enslave us, make us the puppets for them, the machines. I didn't think that they could ever be as cruel and as calculable. Something happened to a robot. I don't know what happened to it, but it managed to persuade the others, reprogram others, and call them all north and start to take over towns, take over settlements, recruit them, change them into their drones, and they were coming here. But the Institute stopped them, and the Institute has been stopping them for weeks. I came here to try and
That is a little unexpected, to be sure.
Well, yeah, you're telling me. I mean, because people in the Brotherhood didn't even think they were real, that they were just a fucking spook story. But here we are. But yeah, I'm telling you this because Freddy, Augusta, Abomination. Oh wait, Jade's not there. Let me rephrase. And your Abomination friends should probably run back to where you came from. This is going to get ugly. And I owe a debt. He turns and starts to walk away.
We just came for a board. We were looking for a board.
What do you mean a board?
A circuit board. Specialist thing for one of our devices.
What, the GEC wasn't enough for you?
There's more than one GEC out there. I don't know why you all want the one that we got.
It might have been true one time, but not anymore. They've all been used up. But now at least I know why you came here. I don't know
We've
anything
not
about
made any
any
great
board.
secret of it.
But mark my words. You're in the middle of a war zone now. You better get it out of the way. A lot of people are going to die.
If what you're saying is true, who leads the institute in around here? Are they out at Diamond City?
I know they took Diamond City.
Or I can't remember the town.
They took Diamond City and have made that into a place, into their main reproduction station. That is where they made the majority of their troops now. They've been going around the
Now,
city.
do you work for the Institute, or you
I don't work for anyone.
now?
I'm trying to work for humans.
And what are you doing out here? Just saving people?
I'm doing what I can. I don't have a plan. I don't have a I don't even know who I am anymore. My name was Knight Maxi. I was in the Brotherhood since I was 16 years old. Now look at me. What even am I? Am I a ghoul? Am I a robot? What the fuck am I?
You're Max. Your actions will judge what you do from now on. But you should have a purpose other than just wandering.
I'm doing what I can. That's
Well,
got to be good enough.
Seems
Go
to
ahead,
me, Maxi, was it? If you don't like what's going on, help do something about it.
I don't know how to take on.
So the Institute.
I don't know if the Institute are even wrong. Because right now, there's maybe 1,000 robots all camped out between Sanctuary and the old Brotherhood base where I lived and spent most of my life. And there's no
That's a heck
force
of a lot.
in the wasteland that could meet them, except the Institute. So what would
So
you
the
have?
Brotherhood has been taken over by the rope machines?
Yeah.
And they have all
Yeah.
that technology and weapons.
Yep. And they've taken over almost every settlement north of the river at this point.
Something's definitely been weird about the robots lately. I've noticed that before, but I didn't realize there were so many of them gathering.
Well, we need a board for ourselves. Let's finish that task and get out of here if we can.
That's the wisest thing anyone said here.
Hmm.
Oh, excuse me. I've got to go.
Thank you for your information.
You better go home, Vault Dweller. Wherever that is. I hope with that Gek you used, you built some very high walls. He turns and he walks down
Believe
the
me,
stairs.
there's nothing I'd like to do more than go home.
Down the stairs, Jade is sat with Caitlin Gusler and Dolores. And you see someone you've never seen before. A man, you think? Who may be a ghoul, but has also got like a circuit board sticking out of his head. And a bunch of like bits of metal sticking out of the back of his head like antenna. He's got a glowing red eye. His skin's all burned and screwed like a ghoul. And his power armor that he is wearing is darkened and orange. At that point, Dolores screams and stands up, and Caitlin just yells out, "Who are you?" What would you like to do, Jade?
And Jade jumps up on his feet and like, "Who are you? Where did you come from?"
It's alright, Abomination. I think I'm on your side. I'm not too sure yet. But you should talk to your friends. And then you should, as quickly as possible, all of you, get the fuck out of here before it all goes to hell. At that point, he puts his helmet on. And he walks out of the factory, straight out the front door. Dolores and Caitlin look at each other and just then look at you like, well, that's a normal thing to happen.
Jace is going to turn around and look at them and like roll his eyes and like, he's one to talk about abominations.
Yeah, out of game for a second. Brotherhood of Steel, famously quite racist against super mutants. I wanted to avoid as much as possible bringing racism into the game. But with the Brotherhood, not the easiest thing to do. So, yeah, there it is. But yeah, back to the game. Yeah, what would you like to do, people?
The two synths that were here, the lead synths, were banging on a door. Was that 10, 11, 12?
Let me tell you. They were banging on door 10. And as you approach...
Freddy will move forward to door 10.
Okay.
Stepping over the carcasses of our buddies.
As you look at the door is hard steel. There is no handle. There is no keyhole. On the edges of the door, it has been marked with like red and yellow lines, and in the center it says lockdown. And underneath that, there is a sign on the door saying Colin Sullivan, Senior Manager.
No other display or anything else there?
No.
Just for sake of having looked? Okay. If anybody else wants to add in point, but Freddy would go into 11, look at the walls on 11 to office 10.
That is also
some banging
closed.
and
Every office has got a similar situation going on. If you go to look at office 11, it is also similarly sealed. But that one...
Okay, so all of these are locked.
Yeah.
Other than 3, it looks like there's a broken...
Office 11 is similar, but instead has a sign saying Tobias Quant, Junior Assistant Human Resources Manager on the door.
So, just so I understand this properly, every office door has like a steel door, security door blocking it.
Yes.
With no keyholes, no handles, nothing.
Yep.
Well, from my experience, there's probably a computer or something somewhere that they can use to unlock it, or a switch.
It could be a card reader or a remote thing where you like, just by having the card on you, the door's open.
I haven't seen a card. Haven't looked either.
We could check the open rooms, maybe the bathroom. We might find someone who worked here back in the day.
Good idea.
Were there any corpses that we've seen that would be from that time period along the way, Michelle?
There is no skeletons or corpses in the hallways that you could see, apart from XPN-20A or the 2 Protectrons. If you would, are you going inside the men's water closet?
I'm just anywhere we've traveled so far. We've been seeing no bodies of the old.
I'm checking the bathroom.
Yep.
Okay.
That would be one place. Let them go.
The bathroom does not have a security door on it. You open the door, And at some point, centuries ago, this used to be a very, very posh bathroom. It no longer is that. It has been decaying for 200 years. The sink has fallen off the wall. The urinal is still on the wall, but let's just say you wouldn't want to eat your dinner off it. The toilet stalls are dilapidated. There is nothing in here that you could see that would be of any use to you.
I'm gonna do exactly what Tim suggested earlier and check the wall to Office 8, and if there sounds hollow or weak or anything like that, that Power Armor might smash through.
Yeah, give it a go. I mean, you look at the wall, and the wall's not particularly... It doesn't seem to be reinforced. I mean, it's a wall. If you knock it a bit, it feels pretty solid. But maybe with some power armor, somebody could punch through.
Okay. Coming back out there. I think maybe we can break into Office 8 here from the bathrooms if we get the power armor up here to smash through.
You notice...
I don't know if it's brick or if it's drywall, but it's possible.
Just before you start making your plan, an important detail that you probably should know. So if you're standing outside the door of Office 8, you see that the sign says Bertram Lowell's, client manager, on the door. And you can see under the door, there appears to be something glowing in this room.
And clearly he was getting excellent reviews.
Glowing reviews, literally. Yeah, so. One of these is marked hallway for hallway 3. If I look down the hallway, does it continue past the border or just to the window or something at the end of a hall or something?
At the end of that hallway, there is a window, but it has been shuttered with steel shutters from the outside, with similar red and yellow lines on the outside. There was a table at the end that probably held flowers or something, but that table has become just little bits of wood.
Kick the wall a few times on each side to see if it sounds solid or just like a regular kind of hollow wall with 2x4s.
It sounds like a pretty thick wall, but again, maybe with enough strength, somebody could punch through it with some power armor. Maybe.
Yeah, but Freddy's head going, you could possibly damage the riches inside. But these doors have been closed for 200 years. Think of the stuff.
Just so you know, there is a luck mechanic where if somebody spends a point of luck, they can get a hint from me on how to proceed. If you don't want to spend the luck, you want to save it for something else.
Give us a moment.
That's okay, but you know, if you're getting stuck or frustrated, that's an option.
Well, Freddy will suggest, I think we should probably look around to see if there's any pass keys or a terminal we can use to possibly remote open these. Not that I would be much more than able to point at one, looking over at Augusta.
The folks downstairs might have some idea.
Maybe. We can also check
Otherwise,
outside if all the windows have been shuttered or not.
Yeah, and we can bring Mikey in and see if he can tap the walls a few times of some of these that we can get in. But I'd rather avoid that in case there's something of value inside we break if we come in the wall.
Let's leave that as the last option.
Yep, I'm just thinking out loud, but we should go chat with the others and maybe do a search around to see if there's anything else first. And Freddy's going to head back downstairs because there's nothing more really up here at the moment.
All right. Let me do some map changing around. Wrong one.
People don't have to follow him. He's just, that's what he's doing, so.
You know what? I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try and put all of the maps that you might need on one thing, and let's see if that works. There we go. Yeah, that's going to work. That'll work. All right.
Oh, nice.
So we can get all of the factory all on one thing. Save me fucking around. You're probably not going to need the back entrance, are you?
I doubt it at this time.
Well, if you do, just let me know. I can put it on. But yeah, that's basically all 4 of the areas. So yeah, top left is obviously the office area. Top right is the factory floor from the front entrance. The bottom left is the factory floor from the back entrance. Bottom right is the car park. I'll just move these tokens out of the way and good to go.
So we'd be coming down into area 1.
Yeah, so that's like
I would just start going into offices and other areas and start searching. You just let me know what I have to do.
all right. Well, you're downstairs. You can see the factory floor and office 1, office 2, office 3, and a door marked janitor.
Everybody knows the janitors have keys to everything, so
That's a good place to start.
I just start at the office 1 and work my way, but however we want to do it.
All right.
Yes, Carl's going to be assisting Tim, who has all the searching skills.
So you're walking into the janitor's
We'll
room.
just start with 1, 2. Oh, okay, whichever one you want.
Okay,
I was just going to start at the closest one.
Okay,
Closest one as he came down the stairs. Anybody else, please feel free to jump in, suggest things. I don't like feeling like I'm just charging ahead.
If you walk into office 1, is that where you wanted to go?
Yeah, just starting at everyone we haven't kind of looked at.
Okay, we'll go through the sequence sequentially. You open the door to office 1, and you see a desk, and sat at the desk is a skeleton who is holding a very old 10mm pistol in its hand. The top of the skull is missing. There is a keyboard on the desk, but no computer.
All right, so he picks up the 10mm. This could be worth a few caps. And searches the corpse for any sort of ID card, passkey. He's had it.
All you can find
before,
is random bits of paper that have long since faded away. This is clearly someone who was pre-war, shall we say.
Yep. Check the desk, check anything. If you need me to roll, let me know. Otherwise, he's thoroughly checking and trashing the place.
Fair enough.
We've had a complication submitted in bit form by Three-Eyed Cat.
Thank you very much, Three-Eyed
Thanks.
Cat. I will use that to torture and punish them severely. Cat, are you still there? You seem to vanish from the stream.
I do not see her.
She does indeed seem to have vanished from me as well.
Huh. No message
She
from her.
is still on roll 20, so she's just...
Maybe she popped off to do something. Okay. Let's go to office. You wanted to search all of the rooms, right?
Just, if you want to save trouble, tell me if there's anything worth finding, and I'll just yes otherwise.
Okay, you walk into office 2, and office 2 at some point has been a wastelander's home. There's a mattress on the floor, stained with something from long ago. If you were to search the room, well, you look around and you see on the floor there are 19 empty bottles of Nuka-Cola, 3 pre-war pornographic magazines wrapped in plastic, and a heap of around 100 cigarette butts. If you wish to search
she
the
did tell me to
room,
bring back any.
survival perception difficulty 1 to search this room.
She did say to bring back any books I found.
Yeah, well, the 3 pornographic magazines are there. Yeah, it's safe to say you passed that check. You do not find anything except the distinct feeling that this room should be engulfed in a cleansing fire. And now you have a feeling that you want to embrace whatever form of religion you can find. But you do pocket the 3 pre-war pornographic magazines. They each weigh less than 1. Their rarity is 4. They do not offer any bonuses at all, or any kind of advancement of
I was
skills
hoping they wouldn't.
or bonus perks. And once you put them
He's
in
not
your...
touching anything more than the corner of the plastic. So just so you know, he's just barely holding on to it.
That's good. That's good. That's very good. I was going to say, if you were to touch them, you would feel the need to wash your hands.
He's definitely thinking they need to be burned like the whole room, and he throws it back in and later.
Okay,
We
so
burn, purge.
if you were to go into Office 3, you would see a desk and a computer on the desk that is on. This computer has recently been accessed.
I will wave Augusta down. I found a computer that seems to have power.
Okay, I'll have a look at it.
Yeah, besides is there a corpse in the chair or anything like that?
No, this room
He'll
is
be sure to clean it off for her.
This room is pretty well kept and pretty tidy, considering there is no sign of any life that has been here for a very long time, except the computer is on and working, and the desk and chair. Yeah, it's just very, very basic office, really. Admittedly, over 200 years old. But yeah, Augusta, if you're looking at the computer, on the computer you can see that open is the terminal's emails, and it is showing emails that have been sent from this terminal, and it is displaying 4 emails.
I'll probably read them each in turn.
Okay, this is where I didn't think about this when I did all of this. I'm going to read them out to you. There's going to be a fair bit of reading. Listen up. October 23rd, 2077, 9:42 a.m. To Jordan. General Atomics and Volt Tech fucked us. Their lockdown procedure activated just before the bombs hit New York, probably to make sure we didn't get out with its intellectual property. It looks like what you would imagine the end of the world looks like here. Some of management are trapped in their offices upstairs, whilst the others are outside trying to get the new workers, quote unquote, to cut through the doors. I called the fire department without thinking how pointless it was. Maybe they will come and cut us out, and I can get to the vault in time. I just realised that if you're reading this, there is no way you could get to the vault in time either. My love, I am not going to make it. If you are reading this, I am so sorry. We should have got married and taken that job in Pittsburgh. Please, please don't be reading this. I love you, and will be thinking of us in Miami with the alligator. Charlie. October 22nd, 2077. 16:48 p.m. Colin, the line is down again and the same problem is happening again. I know you were in there. I know you're in your office. Come out and sort it out. If you aren't going to give us the tapes, you can at least stop pretending that you aren't in your office with your babysitter and you could be doing your fucking job. Charlie. July 11th, 2077. 9:32 a.m. Colin. The shiny new nuclear-powered power line workers are sure efficient, but only if they can do the job. And they can't do the job after a power outage resets the whole damned factory, and the tapes need to be reloaded when you aren't here, or you and the boys are pretending not to be here. I am covering for you as best as I can with Benson, but whatever it is you are doing up there, you have to at least let me have the tapes. Otherwise, Benson is going to start asking questions, and I am running out of ways to explain why I am the one running the damned place. Come on, man. At least help me cover for you. I can help you, and maybe when it comes to an opening in one of the offices up there, you can help me. Charlie. Last email. July 8th, 2077, 12:34 p.m. Dear Mr. Benson, I am writing to inform you that the workforce has been released and the new line workers arrived this morning. Installation of the new workers has gone smoothly. Their operating systems have been updated with the tapes provided by Vault-Tec, and they are programmed to achieve maximum productivity and output. The emergency lockdown system is scheduled for installation tomorrow, although I would be grateful for a chance for me to explain to Vault-Tec why this is a total waste of their money. If the bombs did fall, what would the value even be for their holotapes? Surely if we save Vault-Tec money, they will be inclined to utilize us in the future. There was only one incident. Minnie Steers of the custodial staff reacted poorly to the news of her being stood down. She defaced the janitorial room, and the new janitor, after initial scanning of the room, has interpreted the room as its default state, meaning it won't clean up the mess Ms. Steers has made. I have attempted to reprogram it, but nothing I do works. As floor manager, I have not been trained in robot programming. Could you please advise? One last thing, and I swear this will be the last time I bring this up, but I would like to re-emphasize my concerns about Vault-Tec's tapes. Brownouts and blackouts are becoming more common, and they reset the whole line, and the new workers are also reset. And if that happens, whilst Colin is not here, it means we could lose a whole day of production. However, at this point, we are on course to make our first quotas, and should have the first shipment of products heading to Vault-Tec this evening and throughout the night. Yours faithfully, Charlie Finnegan, floor manager. Now, what I'm going to do, players...
Well, that was a journey.
I should have totally done this earlier. I'm going to, for now, copy and paste those emails into Discord, and then at a better time, if you still need them, I can add them to Roll20.
Cat's back, speaking of adding people.
Oh. Welcome back, Cat. Let me just... Oh, Discord's done that thing where it's added it all as an image. Hello. Oh, it's doing that thing where it's messing with you. Well, your sound still seems to be working, so let me just add you to the thingy bob. Where'd it go? There you are.
I just lost Michelle. Oh, there she is.
It's because I'm messing around with things, re-adding Cat. Cat, you are A. Device. Cable A. Alright, Cat, you're now officially back. So, Cat, what you've missed is the players have found a computer, and there was 4 emails that I just read out. I'm going to add the text of those emails to the Discord one by one. Boom.
Love hearing that sound of a working keyboard, Michelle.
So do I. Oh my god. It was such a good feeling when I dried it out, cleaned out all the gunk, and put it all back together, and it all absolutely worked. Like, that shouldn't happen. But it did. I don't really like to do this kind of thing, but yeah. Buy a Keychron keyboard because they're fucking incredible. I spilt like half a pint of water into mine, and it still works. But that's for another time. They didn't pay me for that, by the way. That's for free. So yeah, the text from the emails is now in the Discord for you to read. So as I was saying, Augusta, you looked at the computer and you saw that there were 4 sent emails open. I read them all out, but I also included the text and sent them all to you in Discord. So yeah, have a read, have a chat, do whatever you want to do.
There has been quite some stuff going on here.
Yeah. Can you get access to those security doors from this computer?
I'm going to look into that. Can I attempt to hack, please?
Yes, you can. So, you click around, go to the root of the operating system, and you see a particular exploit that you can use that you are fairly familiar with, having hacked various computers and computer terminals all over the wasteland. However, it won't be the easiest thing because this has been secured. This is a secured pre-war network that is still running. To access it, you will need to do a computer science check DC4.
Which my hacking skill lowers to DC3. But I only got 1 success, so never mind.
Use those re-rolls and points or
Yeah.
things.
I'm
Action points.
usually
You have 1 reroll and 6 action points at this point, so you know.
I'm gonna. Action points get me 1 reroll, correct? And then for 2 rerolls, I need 3 action points.
Yes.
I'm gonna reroll the one that I didn't get then, and I'll use 1
I
action point
believe
for
we
that.
have 14 or 15 rolls or something
I
from.
think I have to call that when I do the roll, though. Sorry, I can just hear someone in the house next door to mine screaming, which is nice. I think they're streaming as well.
That's another success. You got 1 more to get.
Is a 2 a critical success for you since it's science?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Do you
double.
know?
Tag skill.
Oh, because it's is it a tag skill?
Science
Yeah.
is a tag skill for her, so 2
Then
is
that
a
is 2
critical.
successes. You have got 3 successes.
Oh.
So
This is because I was looking at the wrong page of my sheet.
So you do some hacking, the kind of keyboard tapping that you would see in a American procedural crime series of a hacker, lightning fast, and you manage to go through the exploit all the way to the back door, and you are presented with a number of options. The first option is security lock protocols. The second is email network. And the third is emergency power routing.
Now, having read those emails, I think emergency power routing could be interesting because we know that if we reset the power to the building, it also resets all the programming. But first thing I'm going to look at is the doors. So number 1.
Okay, you open up that menu and you are presented with a list of doors. You have the ability to lock and unlock and open offices 4 through 12 upstairs.
Someone went round naming all the doors. I'm just going to think about that for a moment. And then I'm going to unlock the offices upstairs one at a time.
You're going to unlock them all one at a time.
People around me, I could unlock all the doors, or I could unlock one door at a time. What do you think?
You're muted, Vincent.
I think one at a time. That way, if there's
Yeah.
something nasty inside, we don't get swarmed.
But if there's something nasty inside, it's been there for hundreds of years, probably.
I still think one at a time, just for in case there's hazards too.
Okay, we could communicate on Pip-Boy, and someone goes up and I unlock door, you open door, and then if I hear screaming, I'll lock it again.
That sounds like a good option.
Yeah.
Just a second, Mikey.
Mikey is currently standing outside next to Tumu. At this point,
yeah, we
just
gotta protect.
Guarding Tumu with their life, as I recall.
Yeah.
at this particular moment, Mikey is trying to win a staring competition with both of Tumu's heads at once. You
Ooh.
can't see this, but after a certain point, he blinks, just says, "Oh, fuck you, Tumu. How do you keep winning?" So we come back to you all inside.
Okay, I will keep my Pip-Boy channel open, and when you're by a door, tell me which door, and I will unlock it.
Carl, you want to come up? Help?
Oh, yeah, I'm with you.
Jade,
Yeah.
you want to stand at the bottom of the stairs and yell back to Augusta.
We have
Oh
the
yeah, we
Pip
got
Boys.
Pip Boys.
I-
Banshee.
Was more worried about how our health are looking at the moment. But if there isn't anything behind the doors, we should be all right.
Well, let's start at 12. Which one would you suggest, Carl?
Well, how about this number 8 that's glowing under the door?
All right.
And I'm going to ready an arrow in case something moves there that we don't want to move.
And I will also be readied with a round in my gun, whatever I have for a weapon. Large pistol.
Question, you said glowing under the door?
Yes.
Would it be an idea if Jade and Olivia was the one standing in front of that, since we are immune to radiation?
Good call. And then Carl takes a step back into hallway 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tell me when, folks.
Olivia just says, "Well, you're telling me that I'm immune to radiation?"
I must have told her earlier in one of our conversation.
Jade
you know
what
what
you did. It's just you did tell me a lot of things. About the nature of the world and how you're a completely different new form of life form and how everything's terrible. And sorry, that must have slipped my mind. Okay. I'm ready to face whatever new horror is in this place. So I take it you're opening the door, Augusta.
I'm just waiting for the nod. I mean, frankly, I'm just thinking about all the other things I happen to know that Olivia must be immune to, like, a sense of morality.
Oh. And she listens to us over the Pit Boys.
Okay.
I'm poised to click the
Office.
button when they tell me they're ready to open the door.
Ready to open the door?
Clicks the button.
Question mark.
All right. The office, the door to Office 8 raises up. And you see in front of you Jade, Olivia Barstow, Carl, and Freddie. In the darkness, there is a glowing light in the center of the room. And after a second, the light moves. And a glowing face in the darkness, moves slowly towards you. And lets out a revealing.
Okay, close it up.
I close the door again.
Ah, okay. The door
What
shuts.
did they see?
The shutter
did you
comes back
see?
down, and you can hear banging on the other side of the door. Jade and Olivia, your Pip-Boys start to very lightly click.
Yep.
You have just been very briefly met. Bertram Laurels, the previous owner of this office, the client manager for the factory.
Feral
What did you
ghoul?
see in there? I say to my Pip-Boy.
Would Jade... I mean, both Jade and Olivia are from before the bombs fell. Would we know who he was?
Name was on the door.
Jade, you wouldn't, but you can ask Olivia.
You said the name was on the door.
Yeah, the name on the door is Bertram Laurels.
Yep, okay. So Jade is looking at Olivia. Do you know who that was?
Well, I never talked to or communicated with Voltex. Oh crap! I've forgotten the word for it now. That's not good. I never met anyone from the from the companies that Voltec contracted ever. I never I never came here before, even before the war. This is just an address on an invoice.
Okay.
But I'm guessing that is what happens to people like me if we live too long. Right? We get all glowy and horrible.
Is that a part of ghouls going feral?
You know what? You've been around for a while. You would know this, yeah. Jade, you would know this. Freddie and Carl, you would have to do some kind of roll to see if you know this, but if Jade knows it, he could probably tell you.
Yeah.
This is Bertram Laurels has become what is known as a glowing one. A kind of ghoul that has, for one reason or another, been kept very, very close to a incredibly radioactive object or location, and has absorbed so much that they become a radioactive monster of sorts who can push out from themselves waves of radiation. And they are essentially a very, very, very feral ghoul that is incredibly toxic. And they glow.
Well, and Jade is going to tell Augusta via the Pip-Boy. Well, that was what you call glowing one. I suppose it's Mr. Lowe's.
Oh, a ghoul that's gone feral and glowing.
Yeah, and very radioactive.
fun times for everyone. Do you want to carry on doing other doors?
Before that, Jade is going to turn around to Carl and Freddy and just wink at them and saying, "You're welcome."
I mean, sorry, I heard the scream and I closed the door, but if you want to fight it, I can open it again for you. It's your call. I don't want to stop you from killing something if you want to try and take them out.
I mean, it have been there in forever, so I guess it's more safe to let it stay there.
Well, eventually we could let it out and free it from the office and then go investigate once it runs away, but do we have
I mean,
time
if you
for
wanted
that?
to, if you wanted to get everyone to safety, we could lock you in an office, then unlock that door.
Always a possibility.
I think it would be safer for everyone to just leave him in there.
I mean, it's fine for me as an academic exercise downstairs with the door already shut.
From the other side of the door, you can hear banging and the occasional bang, bang, bang.
And me on the radio, I'm not telling you how to live your life. You can fight it if you want.
Next door with Freddy points, just next door.
Give me a number, please.
Are we just taking them one in a row? Then 7.
And tell me when you want it opened.
Yeah, just go for it. Let's
Okay.
see.
The door, which has a sign on it saying Maximilian Hargreaves, Junior Assistant Vice Manager, raises up, revealing a very, very run-down office. The walls are covered in posters about a place called Fenway Park, which on closer inspection looks kind of like Diamond City. And there is a computer and a desk, and the computer is on and is displaying 1 sent email on it.
Jade will probably go in and read that out loud through the Pip-Boy to Augusta.
As you do so, you walk around the desk. Your feet
Olivia.
knocks against a bunch of bones. You read the email and it says, "Dear Benson, I hereby resign as Junior Assistant Vice Manager. Please can you unlock the door so I can leave? Yours faithfully, Maximilian Hargreaves." And that is dated October 23rd, 2077, 10:01 a.m. You know this as the day of the Great War.
Well, he didn't have his wish fulfilled. Nothing else in the office.
You check the desk, and all you find is a bag of marbles, a bunch of bits of a stack of papers with the text as long since faded, and a bag of white powder.
Spin. Jade is going to take the powder and just drop it in his pocket.
Okay.
Let's look at that later.
I'm sure Jade will look at that later.
Test it out on Harold or something.
Carl is going to take that bag of marbles.
All right, make sure to add that to your sheets.
I will.
And Jade is going to say to Augusta, leave that one open, and we are ready for number 6.
Sure thing, Doc. And I'll wait a couple of moments for them to leave the room and then press the button for 6.
Okay. As you press the button for 6, the door, this time it has the name Hugo Camprad, Junior Assistant Manager, raises up to the floor, to the roof, and in this room is a computer terminal that is off on an empty desk. In the corner is 2 skeletons who are in an embrace.
Oh, how cute. At least they died in a better way than the neighbor. And Jade is going to look through the desk, drawers, anything.
Okay, yeah. This just doesn't contain anything of interest. You find basically a bunch of pencils, what appears to be a very, very squishy ball, like you hold in your hand. You have no idea why someone would have this kind of squishy ball in their desk. Various bits of junk.
I mean, again, Jade is from before the war.
Oh. Well, you
So
would
he
recommend...
might-
Okay, then in that case, you would recognize it as what was called a stress ball.
Mine punctured. It's sad.
Yeah, this stress ball has the Vault-Tec logo on it.
If you hadn't said that, you would have pocketed it.
Does that make it a stressing ball?
I love the idea of like, yeah, there's nuclear radiation everywhere and you're having to stay in a vault, but you've got a little stress ball you can play with the Vault-Tec logo on it. That's just perfect. While away the hours.
Yeah, I think
So
he's
yeah,
probably
just to narrow things down, because this could take a while, I'm going to emphasize to people look through the emails again.
There was one in particular that had the tapes. That's what he particularly was looking for. But Freddy's not the brightest light in the building here right now.
Yeah, Jade is going to pocket the stress ball anyway. Just because, yeah, he's sentimental, maybe.
Having one of these offices have Benson on it.
As you look around, you look at all the names on the door. Office 4, Benjamin Carmichael, Assistant Vice Manager. Office 5, Augustus Cavendish, Senior Assistant Vice Manager. Office 6, Hugo Camprad, Junior Assistant Manager. Office 7, Maximilian Hargreaves, Junior Assistant Vice Manager. Office 8, Bertram Lowells, Client Manager. Office 9, Ignatius Rufus, Junior Client Manager. Office 10, Colin Sullivan, Senior Manager. Office 11, oh, where would it go? Office 11, Tobias Quant, Junior Assistant Human Resources Manager. And Office 12, Archibald Neville, Maintenance Manager.
Looks like Vincent is having trouble.
I've overloaded him with so many names.
I'm trying to look through. There was a Colin,
One
a
sec.
Jordan.
Yeah, so it looked like Colin
Colin
had locked
Sullivan,
himself in the
senior
office.
manager, is office 10.
So he was the one that was meant to be running things, but Charlie was covering for him.
I would suggest we look there first since he seems to be the man in charge.
Vincent, I'm seeing you in our chat, but we're not. I haven't got Carl on the screen. Just in case it's come disconnected again. Oh.
He is disconnected again. But he did move his character, so he's there.
I hear you.
Hey,
I
there you
hear
are.
you
I
now.
hear you.
We've been here
We
throughout,
hear
I
you
think.
now. What were your suggestions then, Carl? If you heard us at all? I would suggest we try Office 10 since that seems to be who was in charge for the
Colin's-
emails read earlier.
Yeah, but again, might as well take them in line just to. Might be something else interesting.
I'm with you. I'm just trying to speed her up. But anyway,
Yeah.
5 then.
Yep, 5.
So what's the next priority number?
Door number
think she said-
5.
Is this Monty's Hall? No.
I will
door
click the
number.
button.
We don't have Monty's Hall in the UK, so that reference may be over our heads.
Okay.
I do know the problem, the Monty Hall problem, though. That is surpassed continents. But yeah, you want Office 5, was that?
Yeah.
Okay. The door, which has the sign on it for Augustus Cavendish, Senior Assistant Vice Manager, opens up. And inside you see a room that contains a desk with 2 chairs. And on the desk is a number of red cups set up on each end of the desk. In the middle of the desk are some ping pong balls. You do not see anything else in this room.
And Jade being only 13 when the war started, he would not know what this was.
If somebody would like to make some kind of judgment on what this scene is, they can do a roll, but I have no idea what that would be and did not plan for it.
I mean, Olivia is pre-war too, so she might know.
You want to ask Olivia?
Because Jade is just going to look like. What
Olivia
the fuck?
walks up and has a look and just
What
says,
was they doing?
that was a game that overprivileged college kids would play called beer pong. You would throw little balls into cups and the person would have to drink what's in the cup. Bless you, cat. You okay?
Coughing fit.
Yeah, I think she's fine. It's just her lungs are disagreeing with her.
Stupid lungs.
He only did, if he didn't need to breathe, such,
So
We're not
disgusted
helping
with
her,
the
I can
mere
tell.
idea of beer pong.
I've never played it.
I played it once. When I was at uni, somebody I knew went to America for a year and came back and brought beer pong with him. But we were at a university in Wales where we don't need no game to drink beer. We just drank beer.
They just use it as a reason to drink more beer. And the drunker you get, the funnier it became. So.
Well, yeah, but after about one round, we were just like, do you just want to drink the beer? And then we did.
Yeah.
Eh.
Entertainment, just like shooting darts when I used to drink and stuff like that.
Wait,
At the
shooting
pubs,
or throwing?
bars.
Did you have some kind of dart
Excuse me.
launching system?
Okay,
English
so
UK wording, but yeah.
So, Kat, Olivia explains to you vaguely what beer pong is and makes the point of saying, yeah, it does not surprise me that the management of this factory were like this. A lot of the middle managers at Vault-Tec were the same, just college kids, because all of the grown-ups went off to Anchorage to fight the Chinese.
Anything else worth noting in the room? Or
Shall we move
we'll
on
just
to the
on?
next door?
Yep.
Okay.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Mike,
Click.
be ready for it.
Okay.
Ah,
The door, which says Benjamin Carmichael, Assistant Vice Manager, raises up to the roof. This room is completely empty except for a shadow on the wall in the shape of a human who is standing upright with their hands in their hair. The wall has been partially blown off. You can see outside. Very easily, you can see from where you're standing the car park, and you can see Mikey J in the middle of what must be round 72 of his staring competition with two moose heads.
someone got a blast. I don't suppose anything else is left then, because
This room is burnt out. There is
Yeah.
nothing in there except like
Yeah.
what you assume
So-
to be vaporized desk and other office things.
yeah. All right, 9.
Yep.
All right, the door, which has the name Ignatius Rufus, junior client manager on the door, rises up. This is very similar to the others you've seen. There is a desk, there is a chair, there is a computer terminal on the desk that is not on. On the walls, you see lots of old movie posters, all of whom have appear to be starring various people from around the early 1900s.
Is there a red poo poster?
There is.
Okay.
There is a one poster which has the name The Red Poo, and that features a picture of a woman, and on the side it has in big garish letters saying "The latest Kathy Bacon mystery."
All right then.
Is the one with the fishman too?
Of course there is. It looks like Ignatius Rufus was quite the Kathy Bacon fan from what you can tell. But yeah, also in the room is the desk, chair, and computer terminal.
And once again, searching the desk.
Alright, you search the desk. All you find in the desk is around 96 to 100 condoms.
Wait, they should have been in Office 6.
Around 96 to 100.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a... It's a fairly small margin for error in the scheme of things.
That might be my autism coming into play, to be honest. That's what I wrote down on my notes. I don't know why. I didn't specify
Fair.
a specific number, but there it is. That's what I wrote down.
He was part of the public health system too, for the company.
Yeah. All right. Let's go for 10.
Was 10 the scary one?
No, that was
The one
8.
that they were trying to break into?
Yeah.
Well, 10
think
might
so.
be scary, but 8 is the one that's definitely
Well-
scary.
I'm going to click 10 because that's what they just told me to click.
Yep.
Car is ready to shoot.
All right. The door with the sign Colin Sullivan, Senior Manager, raises up. Inside the office, you can see that there is a number of things. This is an office that is much more decked out than the others. This is clearly someone of some kind of authority. The first thing you see is on the wall, there is a well-rotted, dilapidated, what appears to be some kind of bow. It's different from any other bow that you may have seen. There are a lot of bits of metal to it. But as a bow, anyone who has any kind of bow experience would be able to tell within seconds that this bow would be absolutely useless to use. It has been there for too long. It has rusted. It is falling to bits. However, it is a very interesting design. Now, there is a desk, and on the desk there is a bottle of whiskey and some glasses. And a computer that is on. Next to the desk, there is a safe. It has what appears to be an electronic lock, and there are wires leading from the safe to the desk.
I'm guessing this computer might unlock it.
Is there a corpse in the room?
No.
Give it time.
Yet.
I might suspect we would need Augusta up here for this.
Well, let's finish the rest of the rooms before we call her up.
Let's check the last 2 offices before we call her up here.
Yep. All right. 11.
Okay.
Click.
The door with the sign that says Tobias Quant, Junior Assistant Human Resources Manager, raises up. This room contains a desk that has been placed against the wall. There is a computer terminal on it that is switched on and is currently showing one email on it. And in the center of the room is a swing.
Normal swing or special kind of swing?
Okay. Somebody else went there, thank you.
This isn't like any kind of swing you have seen before in the wasteland. Instead of like a piece of wood or plastic, there seems to be a leather strap that people would sit on.
Special kind of swing.
You could do a roll to analyze what kind of swing it is, but I don't think you need to. I think you've got all the information you need.
I'm good.
All right.
Besides the swing, anything else?
Anything in the drawers? Drawers?
The drawers are empty, but the computer on the desk is displaying one email which says July 7th, 2077, 10:04 a.m. Dear Mr. Benson, I really appreciate how you kept me on in human resources. However, now that there only appears to be one human employee on the factory floor, what am I supposed to be doing all day? I was told to keep quiet about this oversight to have a cushy life, but I don't want a cushy life. I want to give everything I have to General Atomics, like my father before me. Please find me more responsibilities. Thank you. Tobias Quant.
And the final room.
Yeah.
All right. Office 12, with the sign on the door that says Archibald Neville, maintenance manager, opens up. This room contains a computer, desk and chair. The computer is off. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Search for anything.
In the desk, you find nothing of worth. You find some old paper clips, sheets of legal paper like a legal pad. But then you find a flashlight.
Well, I guess that's useful, or could be. Pocket that.
As you pick it up, the top of the flashlight head comes off and reveals what appears to be an object that is not worth discussing any further, but the character who is holding it drops it immediately and is thoroughly creeped the fuck out.
Why would they need to hide it?
Gotcha.
You okay up there? I didn't understand that last communication.
So, not a flashlight, but a flashlight. Question mark.
A what?
Pre-war.
Did we lose
Freddy's
Michelle?
back in area 10, or office 10.
That's probably for the best. Okay, so in office 10, there is on the wall the weird looking bow. There is the desk, which has a bottle of whiskey on it and some glasses, and a computer. And there is a safe that appears to be hooked up to the desk.
Desk is, if it hasn't been searched, he would search the desk.
Inside,
would
Carl
attempt
would
to
take
trace
that
the
bow
wires
with him
carefully.
when we leave to see if it can be repaired or at least examined for design.
all right, you pick up the bow. Freddy, inside the desk, you find some glasses, paper, and pens, and a picture of a young man and an older man standing in front of an industrial building.
Does that building appear to be this building?
The building is very white and very clean, so unlikely to be this one. And you can see in the picture there is a sign that says West Tech.
That sounds familiar, but he's gonna trace the wires to see where they go from the safe to the desk.
All right, I'm gonna call over the pit boy. Augusta, I think you need to come up here. We have another computer for you.
Sure. Are there any doors I should leave open before I come up?
Just leave them as they are for now.
Sure thing. Be right there.
Okay, so Freddy, you trace the wires and they go up the side of the desk and lead into the back of the terminal. The terminal is open and on, and it's displaying only two options: emails and safe.
As Augusta gets up there, Freddy's looking at she types so easily on these things, and it just happens. How does she? And he's reaching for the keyboard, so waiting for her to yell at him.
And from outside in the hallway, I'm just kind of checking where you are, looking for the open door. Hello.
In here.
As you walk past Office 8, Augusta, you hear banging and as it senses you walk past.
Oh, great. Yeah, you were right to tell me to close that one. So what's happening in here?
Well, there's a safe here, and I traced the cables to the back of the computer, and he's got the keyboard in his, but I'm not sure which buttons to push. You just
Okay,
make it
have
look
you tried just like opening it from the computer, see if that works?
He looks at you and looks at, do you really think I should touch this?
This could be a teachable moment. Give it a shot. What? I mean, it's just a computer. What's the worst that can happen?
All right. He barely reads English to begin with because he never learned to read very well in the wastelands. All right. It says something about a safe and an email.
Okay, try the one that says safe.
Very good. Okay, he just clicks save.
The screen changes and now displays the words enter code.
And
Okay, I
it better
can
not
see that
have
being
a
more of a
block of
problem.
letters and numbers, and I played too much Fallout previously. They're ugly screens to hack.
Well, this isn't a hack. This is very much the computer working as it should.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look around the office in case there's any clues of like what the code might be just written on the desk or scratched into
He looks
drawer
at the
or something.
bottom of the keyboard. Is there a sticky note?
Nothing like that. You look at the walls though, and you see lots of pictures of a young man holding a bow that looks very much like the bow that Carl just removed off the wall. And you see that he has won trophies, and there is one picture, and you see that there is a poster on the wall for what appears to be some kind of play or some kind of film that is called The Hood.
Ooh, are there dates for like the release date of that, or like when the play was on or something? A ticket?
Not really. It just says The Hood. It's the poster is basically of a guy with a green hood in a tree, waiting whilst looking at a carriage drawing through the forest.
The Robin Hood. Oh.
Who? Robin Hood? Is that a film or something?
The Hood. Freddie wouldn't know, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know either.
But Jade probably would, and 13-year-old boy have been a big fan.
Okay.
In this case, not really.
No. But recognize it as a Robin Hood thing.
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah.
And the one right next to him is Men in Tights. Oh.
Should we just try typing like Hood or other Robin Hood related like words into the as a passcode, or is it just numbers?
All caps. He types in the space Hood.
No.
The system resets.
3 more attempts.
I could just hack this thing, but I wanted to try and do it the normal way. Also, I appreciate we're up against it a little bit time wise, so it's gonna.
Yeah.
Can I roll a hack, please, Overseer?
Oh yeah.
Type in
Okay.
the hood
Yeah.
correctly.
Okay. So you've got a few options here. I'll help you out. It is possible. It does look like that Freddie. There may be a way for you to lockpick the safe, but this would be very difficult because it is an electronic lock. This would be a DC-5 lockpick agility test to do so. Thea, this would be a science intelligence DC-4 to hack the computer.
I will quickly attempt to hack, and I will plan to use a reroll if needed. And bearing in mind that I've got the tick in the tag, I remember the proper term, in science, and I've got the hacker skill, so it should be lowered to a 2. And I got 2.
All right. You go through the back door that you have identified deeply embedded in the code, and a new list comes up. Unlock safe, security lock protocols, access all emails, and emergency power routing.
I will try unlocking the safe, and then I'll look at the emergency power stuff later.
Okay, you select open the safe, and it displays the password as the hood without a space in it.
Oh, you were so close, Freddy.
I felt like such a piece of shit for not letting that go. I was just like, should I let that go? That's so close.
The game
no.
wouldn't have. You're fine.
I was purposely saying the space because I knew it wouldn't work as a person in tech. Spaces don't work for passwords.
But yeah, the safe clicks.
But Freddy
open.
wouldn't know that.
Let me just.
Just to say, Carol can't hear you, Michelle. So we're just trying to share information by repeating it a little bit right
Who
now.
can't hear me?
Carl.
Oh shit! Why is that?
We don't know, but we're just going to power through.
All right, we're basically there anyway. So inside the safe, you see that there are 3 holotapes. Each one
3
has
holotapes.
Each one has the Vault-Tec logo on it, and each one is just marked with a simple 1, 2, and 3.
Taking those, going to look at them later on.
Anything else of note in the safe?
Just one thing. On the second shelf, there is a bag that has the word insurance on it.
Hello. Okay. Bag with insurance. Freddy, I think you might be best person to look after this.
And he'll grab tapes and the insurance. What's in the bag of insurance?
The bag of insurance is surprisingly heavy for what it is. You open it up and you see inside that it appears to be a bar of solid gold.
What the hell would somebody do with this?
A bar of gold. Okay.
Freddy, you know that when I'm looking at this, that most traders in the Wasteland would have no use for this whatsoever.
Exactly. That's why Freddy said, what the hell good is this?
But you might get lucky with the right trader, as there may be some people out there who enjoy a shiny thing.
I know a few merchants that make jewelry and other things. They might be useful for this. Along with that, Freddy's going to do a scouring of every room after these guys have supposedly searched. Because that's what he does.
All right, to do that kind of search, that would take you an hour. And this would be a difficulty 3 survival perception check. If you do the roll now, I can work out all the things you have to roll on the table for us to do off stream on the Discord.
What is it? Perception survival?
Yep, 3. It's going to take you an hour to search the entire floor and other rooms in the factory. I'll throw those in for free. Oh, boom. Yeah, you do it. All right. And I think at that point, probably call it, bring it to a close. Unless there's something else you really want to do. There are a bunch of emails on this computer you haven't read, but thinking about it, that's pretty much the only thing.
I think we did all right given the tech issues, to be honest.
Yeah.
Let's call it, since Vincent can't hear Tim. So
Fair enough.
About the only other
Yeah.
thing I can think of that we might want to do, and we can do this off stream, would be what's on the truck and other things as far as that vehicle that's outside. Anybody know how to drive?
The truck sounded like a lot. And no, I can't drive.
All right. Well, thanks for watching and persevering with our tech issues, everyone. No explanation. Sometimes the internet just doesn't want anyone to have any fun. Everyone, if people want to plug a thing, now's the time.
I don't know if there's What's on Tuesday, Call of Cthulhu on Saturday.
Oh yeah, we got
Followed
Die
by
coming back
Sunday.
on Tuesday.
Okay.
Me, Patrick, Ashley, and the other, well, Taya,
Yeah.
we'll be going back to Die with Mark as storytelling person. So check that out. I'm so good at selling things.
Otherwise, yeah, I think we're good. Otherwise, other than we can do our
Check the YouTube,
stuff
join the
off stream.
Discord, listen to our podcast. I'll put links right now. If you're watching on YouTube, there'll be links underneath, except for YouTube because you're already there.
But yeah. Thanks for watching,
All right.
everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
bye.